Good morning, everyone. Not much on the mind today. A lot of moving pieces in the world and in my life. Made a batch of beer last night. It was quite fun to do. It's a similar one that I did the last time. All I changed was the majority of the hops. 4 ounces of the hops were specifically Centennial. 2 ounces of them were, what do you call it? I can't even think. 2 ounces of them were Falconer's Flight. And technically it's a little bit off because I split the hops into 11 piles. So a little portion of that Falconer's and the Centennial are going to go into the dry hopping with the Mosaic. There must be some type of sickness going around because you can see it on many people. It's what's happening. So obviously use common sense whenever it hits you. If your body is rejecting everything that's fluid, drink water, drink stuff that has electrolytes in it. Lightly put salt on your food so you can retain that water. But the thoughts for this morning. I talked about justification in the last one, and that was based off of reflecting on somebody that was legitimately a small reflection of myself as I looked at them as they spoke. And sometimes people can allow us to have that mirror experience where, we may not be able to ever identify ourselves as going through something or dealing with something. If YouTube Live keeps on crashing, but I think it might have to do with the simple fact that the heat for the defrost or the windshield defrost or defogger, whatever you want to call it, is right directly where the mount for the phone is. It's okay. It puts it up at the right height. Then we'll have a different issue during the summer. It will work wonderfully because of the AC. But so yeah. So I urge you all to just sit there and use the people around you to sit there and reflect on yourself. Try to not focus on them. Focus on what they're going through, yes, but try not to focus on them to where you're judging them. Because we can use each other as a beneficial tool to help ourselves get to the next point in our life. I'm glad to see currently there's people that are standing up for their growth in their life. People that have basically stood up to others that were asking them to apologize for things that were said years ago. And that person and those people that I'm thinking about already did apologize to those groups of people that were hurt or offended. And simply I agree with it. If you already apologize, why do you keep on harping on certain things like that? We all say stuff that's hateful. It's fully allowed as long as it doesn't go towards the violence end of things and you actually don't enact out your hate on people. But because that type of speech is not allowed. You're not allowed to incite violence or incite what do you call it? I can't even remember the term for it. But you are allowed to speak it though. You are allowed to speak it as long as you're not inciting it. Hello. Probably my wife watching the video. So, but and if it is, I got your text. I didn't get to read it yet. But best support on this channel is my family. But, was able to find a few variety of beers at the store as well that are different, and hopefully I'll be able to review them sometime this week and take care of life and how it's going. But Um, if this never blows up into a channel where it's 100,000 a million subscribers, it's fine because then my kids can sit there and look back on it, um, or at least try to find it. I know that they could archive things, and I know that they say that they'll never do that, but give it time, they may. Um, but then they can see what I was thinking and see what's there, and hold me to my word. It's we have an opportunity and a downfall at the same time where our word is can be cemented forever. Uh, Hello, Cassidy Miller. So, but our word can be cemented into just our version of eternity. There's many people that have different what do you call it, ideas of eternity, but in our world where people will pass, but more generations keep on going, our words can survive almost forever now, unless we have some big issue where our infrastructure goes down. But just like a book, if you write it down and it's preserved, it can survive a really, really long time. So, but so like I said already, I was sitting there thinking about the reflections that I did the last time and the justification in life and what I was talking about there. And it's good to see that other people have thought of this too. So, but yeah, it's you can use people. You can see this, and it's like just I wish I would have known this when I was 10 years younger. I would have looked at those people that I did judge, and it would be one of those things, you know. Why do you find it horrifying? That's my thought in there. These horrifying for reflecting on people, or horrifying for looking at um, how our language and our ideas and our thoughts are cemented into eternity. So it could be both is horrifying actually, because as we sit here and we record ourselves and we look at things, we just the latter. Yeah, it's and that's why we have to demonstrate that we've matured over time. Or if our thoughts can process to the next level to where it's like, you know, you stop asking why me and you start looking at it going, what's the purpose behind all this? Then have we have we matured? Have we what? It's one of those things. It's just like so focus on where you're going, you know. And there's people matured. I think we mature constantly, and because of that, I think that you go up and down, and there's a difference between maturity and acting silly. I fully believe that at any age you can act silly and still grasp onto maturity at a different level. You don't have to hold yourself to a prim and proper stance. If you're having fun in life, you're not hurting anybody. But mature, what I mean by mature is that um, we start understanding things in a new light. Um, my faith is a big thing in my life, and that can guide a lot of people in life. There's big people going around right now that are admitting how Western civilizations upbringing or creation or influence by faith such as Christianity, and those people recognize that the structure and framework within the faith is good. They themselves deny it. They don't. They say that's not for them, but they recognize that that structure got us to the point in Western society that we're today. And a lot of arguments, a lot of statistics could point to that and say that in Western society, there's more freedom, there's more stuff. We're still going to deal with things like oppression, and certain people groups are going to feel like they're oppressed. And that's where my biggest struggle is right now, as I talk about reflecting on people and looking at what I say and looking how I mature over time. I find it very difficult to sometimes focus and not say why me. Um, Around this world, there's many things that allow people to advance, and that's a good thing. But um, the narrative that I was taught in school and the narrative that is being taught throughout many different types of social media and media today is not the thing that is very positive to bring people together. Um, there's too many people that focus on the color of each other's skin then instead of the works that they do. Oh, I love PragerU. It's so but I also try to watch things like I try to balance it out on the other side. Somebody that I really enjoy the talks because it seems like he's being so genuine is a guy named Dave Rubin, and I would he last time I was sitting there listening to him, I think he classified himself as a classical liberal, and he started to realize that he was no longer part of the liberals of today. He was a classical liberal where he wanted people to still be able to have a good debate, good sit down and talk. And a lot of people would consider PragerU very Judeo-Christian right wing, and I don't like using right wing because it then gets associated with the term alt right. But I just want to start seeing people talk again. Um, so, but so as we sit there and we look at people that bring up these ideas and we look up the concepts that are presented, um, use that as again an opportunity to reflect. I just want I, I honestly believe that no matter what you look like or no matter what creed you are, I can still show you respect because there's no reason to sit there and judge somebody because they look different than you. Um, you can use them as a mirror because they may be going through a issue that you had before and you were wondering why you're going through that issue. So, and they may not see it. They may see you as being stuck up and judging them. That's why the key is to sit there and try not to actually say anything. So, but I would urge anybody else that sits there and watches this video later on, don't only look at one side. Um, uh, I really enjoy Ben Shapiro's Sunday talks. I really do. He seems like he's genuine too. I know he has a bunch of ads in his stuff, but hey, you got to pay your bills, and it's genius the way that he does it. He puts ads into his talks, and that's how it goes. I enjoy Jordan Peterson. He's one of the ones that un- understands the framework for Christianity, but doesn't really proclaim it as his own. Um, let's see, Lauren Southern. She's decently far right, but I understand where she's going with everything, and that's what she's labeled as. I wouldn't necessarily myself call her that. I'm still up in arms. Stephen Crowder is a good one to listen to. Owen Benjamin, a good one to listen to, and all these people are connected over time. Every one of them has came down and actually talked. If you want to go towards a more secular side, though, and somebody that is willing to sit there and listen, um, and just have good talks, the guy that just is blowing my mind about how successful he is in talking to people is Joe Rogan, um, and he just gets people to tune in and talk. I mean, every type. I haven't seen him literally state that he doesn't want to have a talk with somebody. I have not. And if I'm wrong about this, comment below because simply I've never found anybody where he said no, I'm not going to talk to them. And he, if I'm reading him wrong as a secular man, oh I lost you at Joe Rogan. I understand, but he sits there and talks to anyone. He no matter how vulgar or how his comedy is, but he he talks to everyone. uh, it goes extremely vulgar to extremely like centered. Um, Discussions go up and down. Yeah, and that's where you have to actually look at yourself again and know what you can handle. Because some people, a couple years ago, I would not be able. That's the problem, going up and down. It, yeah, I would say though that he's doing one thing though that I don't have to be right in that, and that's a good thing that I don't have to be right because. But I think that's what's going for him. Let's see, but PragerU, um, really, I really enjoy what Dennis Prager has to offer. He just, yeah, no handing absolutely anyone the spotlight. Yep, it's I'll have to reflect on that. If I do a video tomorrow, I'll talk about that. I just, huh, that's a good way to look at it though. Thank you. Um, huh, I'll be thinking about that probably all day, even while I am sleeping. Night shift, so I have to sleep during the day now. But the end result is, what do you call it? Just search out, and if you if you're looking at things to watch and stuff, if uh, I think I remember you saying that before. Yep. Um, but if you're looking at media and stuff, try not to have it just so unbalanced. Okay. One person that is a conservative, Ben Shapiro, was asked one time, how does he find out what the truth is in media? And he basically summed it up as, you have some information from this side and you have some information from this side, and whatever lines up together more than likely comes out to be true. So you have some lies over here in truth, and then you have lies over here in truth, and then that's probably one of the wisest things I've said, because those empirical facts are not changed. So, but well, I got to go soon. I'll wrap it up at 20 minutes. And I urge you, if you can, um, when you watch this, share it with people. Um, Try to hit some other social media networks as well once in a while, with certain changes. Just doesn't seem like it's inflating as fast as I want it to be, and that's where that comes back to that self-reflection. I shouldn't do this for popularity. I should just do it to, help others out. I got an itchy on my nose. That's why I keep on grabbing it. But so if I do another video this morning, it's going to be a beer review. I don't know which one it would be. I've picked out 6 different beers on Saturday night. Don't know which one. If it comes back out today, that's what I'll be doing. If not, that's just how it is. So for this last minute, I urge everyone to reach out to one another and just embrace them. Be wise in that, because there's always people that want to hurt others, but embrace them. Feel the situation, and if you can lend a helping hand, or look at them and try to do something. Yep, cheers. A little beer review. Um, if you can lend a helping hand to somebody that needs it, then good. If it comes down to be it where you feel uncomfortable, don't do it. Uh, there's a reason why we're given our gut feelings and our instincts that are, I believe, that are given from God, because it keeps you safe. Um, and if that gut feeling is the thing between your life and death, just listen to it. So, everyone have a good day. May God bless you and your families. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.